today? Okay, so it is a self-love retreat, which is exciting, but what I've noticed, so I've been doing this work since 2006 and teaching it since 2008, and what I've noticed is most people are so far away from themselves that self-love is this nice theoretical concept, but it's challenging to put into practice and to make it like an action verb and to like come up with your own guidelines of we're all so unique as well. And so self-love is going to look different for different people. Different people are going to have different needs, different desires, different guidelines and requirements for the self-love. And so, and this happens like really early on within relationships and kind of like what we were talking about last night with like social programming. And so like all of life is compromises or all of relationships are compromises, and sometimes in compromising for those that you love, like let's say you love comedies, your partner loves horror flicks, and so you both compromise and watch dramas. Fast forward a few years and you haven't seen a comedy in forever, your partner hasn't seen a horror movie in forever, and you're both watching dramas because you love each other, but then there's a certain point that sometimes these mutual contracts and compromises and agreements may accumulate to turn into more of like self-abandonment, and we get so far away from ourselves that it's hard to even figure out how do I get back to myself and what is self-love for me. What do I even like? Do I still like comedies? And so today, the first energy tool that we're going to do is the grounding cord, where we'll release everything that's not ours. And then after releasing that, we'll fill in with a golden sun, which is ours. And then the second energy tool that we'll do is cord cutting. So these cords are energetic agreements, and I'll go more deeper into it when we get to the cord cutting. But it's all these agreements. So like I had a client who loved to sing, and she loved to like sing and dance as a kid, and every time she did, her mom had migraines, and so her mom would be like, could you do it over there, or like I can't listen to it right now, like I need to be in a dark room, not trying to like shut the child up, but it did, but like the kid understood like, oh, if I love someone I have to be quiet to honor and respect them, and so she grew up like not voicing herself and getting farther and farther away from herself. And so now for her, self-expression is that much more challenging. Like beautiful voice and hesitant to sing because she feels almost like a bully, or she's too outspoken when she does execute her voice because of the way it's impacted. So her mom, way in the past, and it like took some cord cutting to even get to the root of it. She just grew up like her mom never yelled at her. It wasn't like this overt black or white example of what stopped her from self-expressing. And so through a little bit of work, we figured out what the root cause of it was. But it, like, I mean, I'm seeing her in her 40s, so it had been years and years since that initial example. And that's an example of an energy cord that can pull you off track. So that energy cord is an agreement between two beings. It can be an agreement between two beings, or it could be an agreement between you and a thought form. Like, I'm going to cord into this thought form because it helps me, it protects me, and gives me love and relationships, and my mom feeds me when I'm like quiet a little bit. So you'll cord into these things, and it's like a survival mechanism. But if the cords can be outdated, it can trap you into the past and stagnate your energy field, so that here you are at the age of 40 and your boss loves you and wants your ideas, and you're freezing and can't self-express because of this thing that happened like over 30 years ago, you know? So we're going to cut all cords and associations with the past in the second half. We'll start off with the grounding cord. And so today we're detoxing everything that's not ours, because in order to build the self-love, first we got to get rid of all the associations with like, I should do this. Oh, self-love looks like meditation because somebody told me, or like exercise or whatever. So we're getting rid of all the shoulds and all that environmental energy that we picked up on. So we're clearing. And then on Friday, we'll fill with what is my authenticity, what is my light, what is self-love to me. But it'd be hard to figure that out until we detox. So first we're detoxing, and then we're going to get high on our own. supply on Friday.
Cool.
All right. So the first energy tool is the grounding cord. This is an energetic vehicle. Like, if you want to get technical about it, we all have one. Plants have one. Think of trees. All living beings tend to have one. And we have a root chakra that extends kind of like if the base of your spine, if your tailbone was actually a tail that opened up into a downward funnel, that's what your root chakra looks like. So while it's rooted in the base of your spine, it actually extends to about 1 to 2 feet beneath you. And it opens up to about 2 feet in diameter. So it's kind of like, you can think of it as like a chair that you're sitting on. And then your grounding cord is attached to that, and it goes all the way down and into the center of the earth. We're all made of earth energy and of cosmic energy. And so today we're going to create a grounding cord, learn a little bit more about this energetic vehicle that we all have, and then we're going to use it to release unwanted energies. And the suggestion is that you do this every day, especially as you're learning it. Sit in meditation and kind of practice it. Especially if you're new to this, every time you learn something new, you're creating a new groove in your brain, a new like neurofissure. So it's kind of like you're creating a little valley. And if you don't reinforce that same information, within a week, it tends to dissipate. So if you wait over a week to do this again, basically it's like reinventing the wheel, and like you're learning it for the first time again. If you practice twice a week, it makes the groove a little bit deeper, and it enhances that neuroplasticity, and so you get better at it, faster at it, and ultimately the goal is to be able to do this as a life skill with your eyes open and not have to like sit in meditation and be so focused. But in the beginning, it does take a practice and focus until you build that muscle. But then once you have that muscle, it's yours, and you could be in the grocery store and maybe you're not getting your way or something's happening, and you can just ground it out instantaneously and get on with your day. So that's the goal. All right, and so we'll meditate now. All right, so your eyes to close, getting really comfortable in your seat, setting yourself up for success. We'll start with a few deep breaths. The deep breaths reinforce the parasympathetic nervous system, so that's the part of your nervous system that's like everything's chill. And for most of us, we live in the sympathetic nervous system, which is the fight or flight and go, go, go. So deep breaths really instantaneously get you into the parasympathetic nervous system, and as do the acupuncture needles. So we'll start with that. So it's a deep inhale for 4 counts. We'll hold it for 2, and then exhale for 4 counts. So inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it for 2, 1, and exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. Inhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Holding it for 2, 1. And exhaling for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good job. And just try and keep with that slower breath throughout the meditation if you can. And then I want you to focus on that grounding cord. You might see it at your hip level, actually attached to you, or you might be hovering just above it, and so it's directly beneath you. And your grounding cord is a hollow tube that extends from you all the way down and into the center of the earth. It can be made of any material that you wish. So I love a hollowed out tree trunk for my grounding cord. I also love sitting on top of a volcano and the center of the volcano being my grounding cord. You could use nature, you could use piping, you could use drywall, you could use concrete, whatever you wish. Anything that resonates with you, you're the only one that's wired like you are. You're the only you. And so choose a grounding cord that reflects that you're super comfortable with and that you like visualizing. So right now we're just simply creating the grounding cord. Looking at this grounding cord, notice what material it's made out of. Check in on the walls. How thick are they? How thin are they? Notice that your grounding cord is consistent all the way through. It extends from you all the way down and into the center of the earth. Great. Wonderful work. And we're going to test the grounding cord out. After grounding out a few colors, we'll check back in with it and see if it's the right fit for you. Ground out a few other colors, check back in. And then we'll assign some value to some of the colors that we ground out. And sometimes the more you do it, the more clear the grounding cord gets. So just be patient with yourself, be really gentle with yourself as you're doing this. Your subconscious mind is always listening, so you're totally doing it right. You're doing a fabulous job. Let's go ahead and send down any red energy that might be in your space. So scanning your space for the color red. Is it in your head? Is it in your toes? Somewhere in between? Can you tell where the red hangs out, or are you simply grounding it out? Either way, you're doing the work. For some of you, it might be really obvious, like, oh, there's all this red in my chest. For others of you, you can't see it, and you'll just focus on the red and watch as the red goes from the very top of your grounding cord all the way down through your grounding cord. Your grounding cord is a hollow tube, and so with the law of gravity running through it, it creates a vacuum. So it's really easy to let go of colors. So right now you're watching as all the red leaves your space, it leaves your body, it goes down your grounding cord from about the base of your spine, your hip level at the top of your grounding cord. All of that red is easily, effortlessly going all the way down, working with the law of gravity, going all the way down until the red gets absorbed into the center of the earth. Good job. And you can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never in your space. We're getting rid of colors because they represent charged energy. And so that's energy that there's associations with. That's maybe energy that doesn't belong to you. It's energy that's going to take you away from your intuition, your neutrality, or your self-love, your authenticity. Let's do this again with the color purple. Now imagining the color purple, leaving your space, entering your grounding cord. Watch as all that purple gathers around the base of your spine. And then as it gathers at the very top of your grounding cord, that law of gravity is just simply directing all the purple all the way down until the purple easily, effortlessly disappears into the center of the earth. And you can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never there. And if you like, you can check back in with yourself, scan your space. How do you feel after getting rid of the red, after getting rid of the purple? Is it a little bit easier to be in your body? Maybe take a moment to adjust your grounding cord. Let's try it a little bit wider. So everyone extend your grounding cord out to about 4 feet in diameter. And again, everyone's different. We're just going to give this a try, see if a 4-foot diameter grounding cord works for you. With this diameter, as you've extended your grounding cord out a little bit, let's test it out by grounding out the color orange. Imagining any orange in your body, now leaving your space, entering this grounding cord, going all the way down your grounding cord, working with the law of gravity, totally easy and effortless. The laws of nature totally have your back on this one. All of that orange making its way all the way down and into the center of the earth. Great. So that you can no longer see them, feel them, or experience them. It's like it was never in your system, never in your body. Let's use the same diameter grounding cord with the color pink. Imagining any pink in your space. Now leaving your space, entering that grounding cord, moving all the way down your grounding cord from the very top of your grounding cord, going all the way down, easily, effortlessly, all the way down until all the pink disappears into the center of the earth. And the earth will take it all in, it'll absorb it. The earth loves energy. It's going to neutralize this energy just as the soil does and redistribute it to all the plants, to all life, and so that everyone wins. You're doing great. How about bring your grounding cord into about 1 foot in diameter, just to cultivate that self-awareness, to better understand yourself and what works for you. You may prefer it at 4 feet, you may prefer it at 1 foot, you may prefer it at 2 feet. This is the only way to find out, is to experiment with them all. So you're bringing your grounding cord in nice and tight to about 1 foot in diameter. It's directly beneath you. Take a moment to scan the walls of your grounding cord, making sure that they're consistent all the way through. There's no holes, tears, or gaps in them. And if there are, you just mend them. You have all the power in this. You've got this. And with this version of your grounding cord, let's imagine all the color blue in your space, leaving your space, leaving your head, leaving your toes, your fingers, your chest, your back, all of that blue making its way to the base of your spine, at the beginning of your grounding cord, at the very top of your grounding cord. Once it gets there, that vacuum, that law of gravity running through your grounding cord is conducting all of that blue all the way down and into the center of the earth, until the blue disappears into the center of the earth absorbs it, neutralizes it, redistributes it, so everyone wins. You're doing great. How about the color yellow? Let's all let go of the color yellow in our space. Imagining any yellow energy in your body, maybe in your aura, in your energy field, in front of you, behind you, to the side, all of that yellow, you're just watching as it gathers at the very top of your grounding cord, at the very base of your spine, and then all that yellow makes its way all the way down your grounding cord, working with the law of gravity so it's totally easy and effortless, all the way down until the yellow disappears into the center of the earth. You can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never there. And scanning your space, checking back in. How do you feel after letting go of these colors? It's a little, you've made more space in your space for your own light, your own authenticity. And your light is a self-healing force for you. It is self-love. And so self-love tends to become a natural byproduct of this work. And then checking in with your grounding cord. Did you like it at 4 feet wide? Did you prefer it at 1 foot? Did you like it at 2 feet? Go ahead and play around with it. Adjust it to a comfortable diameter for you right here and now. And we'll let go of even more colors. I'm going to now assign value to the colors. I'm just making it up, so if you do this at home, you can pick any color and assign any value to it. The reason that we work with colors is because it prevents the analysis paralysis and the self-judgment and all the internal dialogue. It's just a color that you're letting go of instead of a thought form or a belief. And so, on that note, let's imagine any sort of self-judgment as the color green. Scan your space for the color green. It's just a color. Looking for that green color. Wherever you find it, just send it down your grounding cord. If you're not seeing the color green, you're totally doing the work and you're doing awesome. Just imagine the color green moving all the way down your grounding cord from the base of your spine, hip level, all the way down, working with the law of gravity, so it's totally easy and effortless. You've been doing this, you're a pro now. All of that green disappears into the center of the earth, and so that you can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never there. The earth loves this energy, it's absorbing it, it's neutralizing it, and it's giving it right back to our planet, so everyone wins. Let's call any sort of self-doubt energy the color purple. So imagining the color purple in your energy field, you can scan for it. Take a look around. You may have some understanding or idea of where the purple is. For some of you, this will come really easily and naturally, like, oh my God, all my purple is right here. For others of you, it might not be so clear. Either way, you're going to let go of it, and that's you healing you. So wherever you're at in the process, you'll simply imagine all that purple gathering at the very top of your grounding cord, and then you're going to send all of the purple down your grounding cord, and so it's disappearing into the center of the earth. Your subconscious mind is always listening. Your spirit is completely engaged, so you're totally doing the work, whether you're seeing it or not. It's not so relevant. Watching as all that purple leaves your space, enters your grounding cord, goes all the way down your grounding cord, easily, effortlessly, working its way all the way down until the purple disappears into the center of the earth, and you can no longer see it, feel, or function from it. It's like it was never there. Wonderful work. You're doing spectacular. Let's get rid of any sort of limiting beliefs, limiting thoughts. These could be the shoulds, I should be doing this, should be doing that, or the can'ts, I can't do this, or any other limiting beliefs, expectations that you may have of yourself. We'll call all of this the color yellow. And so you're just scanning your space for the color yellow. And whether you're seeing it or not, you're imagining that yellow at the base of your spine, at the very top of your grounding cord, and you're directing the yellow all the way down and into the center of the earth. All of that yellow is easily, effortlessly making its way down your grounding cord, working with the law of gravity, so that it goes all the way down until it disappears into the center of the earth. Once again, the Earth's really happy to receive this energy. It'll neutralize it and redistribute it. We're going to get rid of some people in our space. It tends to be the more you love someone or the more you really enjoy their company, like a crush or your loved ones, family members, friends, the more of their energy you carry in your space. Or if somebody really triggers you and really can't stand someone, the more of their energy you tend to carry in your space. So whoever first comes to mind, you might know that you're carrying somebody's energy in your space, so we'll start with that person. Or whoever first comes to mind, chances are you're carrying some of their energy in your space. And while their energy is the best energy for them, your energy is the best fuel for you. And so their energy in your space is going to turn into confusion, and it's going to be a little bit conflicting with your own value system, your personal preferences, and your self-love. And so we're going to, whoever this is that's coming up, we're just simply going to call their energy the color blue. And you've been doing this work. It's really chill. It's easy. Just like you've been doing, you're going to send all of that blue energy down your grounding cord. The blue is gathering at the top of your grounding cord. The second it gets there, the law of gravity runs through your grounding cord, acts as a vacuum, and all of that blue is easily, effortlessly making its way all the way down your grounding cord. Again, working with the law of gravity, so it's totally easy, all the way down until the blue gets absorbed by the center of the earth. The earth's loving it, it's neutralizing it, and giving it right back to that person so that they get brighter, shinier, healthier when they get their energy back. And meanwhile, you've made more space for your own authentic light, for your self-love in your energy field. Whoever next comes to mind, you can let go of their energy, or if there is somebody that triggers you, or if you know that you're carrying somebody else's energy, you can let go of them. And this can even be pets. Like, I ground out my dog about 5 times an hour because I'm obsessed with him. So you're going to imagine this next person or pet's energy as the color purple, and sending all of that purple energy down your grounding cord. Watching as the purple gathers, perhaps at the base of your spine, at the very top of your grounding cord. And all that purple is going to go all the way down your grounding cord, easily and effortlessly, all the way down. Great, until it gets absorbed by the center of the earth. The earth will neutralize this energy, redistribute it, give it right back to that benevolent being, and so that they're high on their supply, and you've made more room in your energy field for your own golden sun, for your own self-love energy. We'll let go of one more person. Whoever first comes to mind could work. It might surprise you. It might be like, I haven't thought about that person. Or it might be really predictable and like, right, of course, mom. Whoever it is, we're just going to assign them the color gray and imagine all that gray color leaving your energy field. Watching as the gray now makes its way towards the top of your grounding cord, goes all the way down your grounding cord, working with the law of gravity, totally easy and effortless, all the way down until the gray disappears into the center of the earth. Great. And you can no longer see it, feel it, or function from it. It's like it was never there. Wonderful work. And then check back in with yourself. So you've gotten rid of a lot of stuff that didn't belong to you, or that maybe wasn't serving you. Before you start unconsciously picking up on that environmental energy and filling yourself back in with stuff that maybe isn't of most service to you, we will fill in with another energy tool called a golden sun. This golden sun, you can start visualizing it right now, hovering at about 2 feet above your head. And it serves as a magnetic force. In the center of your golden sun is your name in the form of a magnet. This magnet is calling back all your own personal power, your very own source energy. Your energy is the best energy, the best fuel for your body. If you think about it, anytime you cut yourself, you naturally heal. Your energy is made to heal you. We're all self-healing vehicles, machines. And so your golden sun is that self-healing light. It's calling back all your own gold energy. Watch as your golden sun fills up and in, like filling in a pitcher of water. So you can watch as energy particles, as all the gold light comes into your golden sun, calling back any energy that you've left in the past with past events, situations, experiences. Perhaps you've left some gold light in the future with some anxiety thoughts, worry thoughts, or maybe planning, strategizing. All that gold light's coming back into your golden sun and filling up your golden sun. Maybe you've left some gold light on objects, possessions, your wallet, phone, keys, computer, TV, wherever it might be. All that gold light is coming back into your golden sun, filling it up, filling it in, totally saturating your golden sun with your own personal power, your light force energy. And any energy left with other people, thoughts, events, or experiences is all pouring back into your golden sun. Your golden sun acts as a filter. It only allows your own gold light in. Any energy attached to yours is simply left outside your golden sun. And your golden sun will calibrate this energy to current time and space, and so that this energy best serves you right here and now and helps you be powerfully present. The point of power is always the presence, and so your golden sun reminds you of that, and it reminds you of how much power you actually have in this very moment to be exactly who you desire to be. When your golden sun is all the way full, so full that it looks like it might just explode, you can poke a hole in the bottom of it, and all that gold light is going to come in from the very top of your head where that acupuncture needle is, your crown chakra, that self-actualization chakra. All that gold light is going to come in from the very top, and it's going to go all the way down to your toes and fill you up from toe to head. It fills you up from toe to head because it's uplifting, and so when you visualize it filling you in from toe to head, it kind of gives you a little bit of an energy boost. It fills you up with self-confidence. It helps to invigorate you and creates greater enthusiasm for life, a deeper, more meaningful connection with self. So imagining all that cold light filling in your toes, your feet, your ankles, calves, shins, your knees, all that gold light filling in your thighs, your hips, your stomach and back, your chest and shoulders, this beautiful gold light filling in your arms, forearms, hands, and fingers, and your neck, face, and head, so that every single cell in your body is now functioning off your own source energy, your personal power, your beautiful benevolent light. thereby not making any room for other people's energy to gather here, for that environmental energy to gather here, or unwanted energy to gather here. Once you're all the way full, you can allow your fingers and toes to wiggle.